No one thinks that you're no longer gay. Nobody on this planet thinks you're no longer gay. Nobody believes this actually happened. You actually ditched the ring. The entirety of your old work against the radical Islamic terrorism looks completely pointless now, since you have the same stance on homosexuality as Saudi Arabia. And basically, you're seen to be a fraud and a grifter. Milo Yiannopoulos. Do any of us remember Milo? So, if you don't remember Milo Yiannopoulos was a Greek-British person, right? A British person of Greek descent who came to America and did a tour. And that tour included outing trans people, going fervorously after the Muslim community, supporting Donald J. Trump for president, the same president who publicly called for banning Muslims from entering the United States. Milo has a long storied career. Recently, Milo has fallen out of favor. He has lost a lot of money, and he's not getting a lot of attention. Basically, not many people care about the guy anymore. And so, he's done something very strange. One thing about Milo for the longest time is something he's like, the left can't go after me because I'm a gay, but I'm a gay of the wrong think. I'm a wrong thinking type of gay. That's why I don't like the Muslims, is because I am a gay who doesn't want to get thrown off a roof. That's the way he would put it. He basically used his marginalized status to go after other marginalized communities, right? Even though the American Muslim population, much, much, much more liberal than him. Turns out, his whole, I don't like this religion because they're bigoted towards gay people, has completely flipped on his head, and he's now using his religion to say, I am no longer gay, I am divorcing from my husband, and I am backing conversion therapy. I have been converted, and others should go into conversion therapy and let go of their evil sodomy. And he's been taking this grip, and it shows specifically that he never went after the Muslim community or the Muslim faith with this claim of how terrible they were towards his community as an actual concern for the gay community. Because right when he had the opportunity, what did he do? He took the gay community and threw them under the bus. Not only did he throw them under the bus, he went over them, ran them over with the bus, then backed back over them. Threw them under the bus completely. Now, so that shows they never truly cared about the condition of the gay community. There was a grift all along. And this is a total grift. Milo Yiannopoulos is still 100% a homosexual, or at least, in the very least, bisexual. 100%. You want to know what he said about his husband? We're just roommates now. Gay people have been using that excuse forever, okay? Yeah, we're roommates now. Yeah, me and Bill, we've been roommates for 10 years. We do everything together. We're very close. Confirmed bachelor. Very silly. Very obvious. He's now, of course, speaking to a lot of religious groups and stuff like that. And with this, he is trying to open up a new financial avenue and a new avenue for attention. His whole arc before, which was really weird because it was a fetishization of black people, was about how he liked black... Yeah, I'm trying to do better with my language to help the YouTube algorithm not demonetize all my content. But that was the whole thing. How he liked black, That was his whole arc when he was like doing college tours. He would talk about it all the time. I can't be racist. I sleep with black men was usually how he talked about it. You know, yeah, the black rooster. Exactly. That was what he talked about, which is really weird fetishization, number one, but also, of course, very gay. But now Milo's no longer gay, or at least that's what he's telling all of us. No longer gay. And so he decided to pull a stunt. Not only was him coming out for conversion therapy a pretty bad stunt, but he's now doing pretty expensive stunt, to say the least. He took, according to him, a $150,000 engagement ring that he got from his husband and threw it into the ocean. Now, do I believe he really did this? No. I do not believe he really did this. I don't believe he did it for a bunch of reasons. Number one, even if you didn't have financial troubles, I think most people wouldn't do this unless you were absurdly wealthy. And Milo Yiannopoulos is absurdly not wealthy. He has had to, I think, go bankrupt on a lot of stuff. He does not have a lot of money. So for him to essentially take a $150,000 ring and just throw it into the ocean, he calls it the sodomy ring now, makes no financial sense. Definitely for somebody who's doing this entire grift for money. Doesn't make sense. Makes zero sense whatsoever. Second reason, he's still gay and probably wants to keep his own engagement ring that he got from his what is it, former husband or still current husband, or wait, now his roommate. Anyway, let's watch this. Let's watch this pony show, okay? Let's watch this dog and pony show that he put on. New setup looks nice. Thank you very much.
It's called the Sodomy Stone. That's the name I've given to the gigantic engagement ring I bought myself as part of a union that I now regard as somewhat infernal.
Infernal. The thing is, the language he uses is so damning. He's completely not on the, like, loving the homosexual but not the sin route. He is, like, on the whole, it's infernal, it's sodomy. He's using the old words, right? People, like, homosexuals was, like, even though when you hear it, it sometimes make your spine shiver, people could say and get away with it. Sodomy, though, he's cranking out all the old words. I'm waiting for, like, butt buddy. I'm waiting for a baddie boy. I'm waiting for all the old homophobic words to come out, you know? To be fair, he's a Brit. That's true.
I've been thinking a lot lately about what's real and what's not real in my life, and thinking about the trappings.
The thing, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this one last time, and then that'll skip it. But he made a huge part of his tours across this country, part of him battling the hardcore religious fundamentalism of Islam. And then immediately, when that is no longer profitable, he just becomes a religious fundamentalist. He never cared.
Of my former life, that it would be a good idea.
Maybe it was because he just didn't like Muslim people. Maybe that was a part of it. Who knows? Who knows? I'm just throwing something out there. Can neither confirm or deny.
To get rid of. And almost nothing strikes me as more fake than diamonds. Heretical, I know. But here's the thing. The price of diamonds is kept artificially high by the people who dig them out of the earth. And they're the same people who invented the mythology that diamonds represent love and eternity. This has got nothing to do with some gemstone in the earth. It's just an invention of a New York advertising agency. And the more I looked at this gigantic 4-carat money pit, the more I thought this is a perfect example of some of the lies I bought into in my previous life. For instance, the lie that I could be a rabid culture warrior for the right and a sodomite at the same time. I can't. Now, I've come to Hawaii.
The thing is, he's somewhat right, actually. But let's get on the first thing. He is right to an extent. Now, you can be a rabid culture warrior on the right and be a homosexual. That is, you can be gay and be a rabid culture warrior for a right, but you'll never truly to them be a true right-winger. Because they'll just still see you as gay. Something wrong with you. They'll still view you in that light. This is what I mean when I see like log cabin Republicans. Remember, the president he fought for, Vice VP, backed conversion therapy. Now, of course, now he backs conversion therapy, of course, but that shows that if you care about gay interests in the gay community not being harmed, you couldn't back that administration. And of course, Donald Trump himself went after our adoption rights, wanted to take taxpayer dollars and give it, my taxpayer dollars, a gay person's taxpayer dollars, give it to adoption centers that wouldn't serve us. And then when we say, hey, we paid for this adoption center to go up, could we please get services from it? They said no. So in a way, he's right. To be gay and to be a culture warrior on the right makes no sense because it means you'd have to throw your own community under the bus. You can operate as a disposable tool to the right, but you can't truly be will never be seen as like a true right-winger or a true member of the counterculture that is right-wing politics.
Inspired by Tolkien to cast the sodomy stone into the pits of Mount Doom. Now, unfortunately, I did have a little hiccup on the way. It turns out that the volcano on the Big Island here is in a national park, and the local helicopter tourist people want thousands of dollars, and they won't even guarantee me that I'll be able to chuck it in. I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm about to throw away enough money, maybe I won't do that. And I couldn't find a local guide who'd agree to do it. There are steam vents, but that's kind of fake because I could stop rolling and spend a couple of $1,000s and go back and get it, and you'd never know. And so I got to thinking, well, what else could I do? And every once in a while, the Lord sends you a sign. And he did.
Remember when I debated that white national? Oh, snap! I accidentally went to another video. Remember when I debated that white nationalist about the homosexual lifestyle and how evil it was and all this other stuff and how bad and harmful it was? This is what I think he wanted me to do. Okay, he wanted me to go on some spiritual adventure until I was no longer gay and leaving the evil lifestyle. But you know what? It makes sense that Milo is drinking so much vodka because he's got to drown away the shame that he must be feeling on one hand and the sadness that comes with all these bankruptcies.
It's D-color, internally flawless, and if you were to buy that stone retail, not from not from Tiffany or Cartier or anything like that, where it would be double, but if you were to just buy the stone retail, it's coming up as $145,000, 758. So I guess for whatever that means.
I'm sorry, I refuse to believe that he's doing this. If he did throw it in, he did something to get it back. He would not be this financial. The thing is, if he did do it, I don't see this as some big commitment or big statement, because he could have gotten the message out to more people about the sins of homosexuality by just selling the ring and just using all that money to pump homophobic messages into radio stations and TV. If he was really that committed, like, he could have done a million other things that would have been more effective. I think he kept the ring because, again, he's in an extremely difficult financial situation, or he's lying about how much it cost. One or the other. That looks like a man brought back into the arms of God right there. He's living the great life. The very obviously edited in blop sound effect. Wonderful.
Fuck.
I didn't even see the ring. Was he holding anything? Can we, like, see? He might throw something, but we can't see. We can't see. He doesn't hold it up to the camera or anything. Come on. Stop this malarkey, Jack.
Fuck.
There's probably water in that vodka bottle. Look, okay? Doghouse. If there is anything I believe that is real about Milo, is that was real vodka. Because the way Milo's been through the runner and is now doing this fake stunt to humiliate himself for the public sphere, I think he's drinking real vodka, okay? I think he's drinking real vodka.
It's just hitting me, really. You know, it's for the best.
It's not. It's a waste of time, money, and you're still gay. He's just faking it. I'm sorry. What is this? The Milo kit? There's a Bible. What is this? I love that the most famous, like, probably the most famous online gay Republican who made a lot of Republicans feel like maybe we can be gay and Republican is now just completely like no longer gay, conversion therapy, throwing you all under the bus. You can't be right when you're in gay. You know what? If there's anything I want to see, though, is the few gay Republicans who thought for a second the Republican Party was a place for them, just flee the party. Flee it. Sadly, I don't think many will because of this, but you can hope. You can hope and you can pray. Get asked about foreign policy. What do you think about leaving Afghanistan? If you go to my YouTube, I don't really want to talk about that right now because I'm kind of sick. I'm more choosing lighter topics today. You can check out my YouTube channel. There, I've uploaded a few videos about Afghanistan. So, my last message I'll leave about this sad situation is Milo, you're still gay. No one thinks that you're no longer gay. Nobody on this planet thinks you're no longer gay. Nobody believes this actually happened. You actually ditched the ring. The entirety of your old work against the radical Islamic terrorism looks completely pointless now, since you have the same stance on homosexuality as Saudi Arabia. And basically, you're seen to be a fraud and a grifter. Just hang it up, man. Get into a different line of work. Let your name fade from the public eye, and just fade into a different lifestyle. Get an accountant to help you budget and try to deal with all these financial problems you have, because doing this ultimately might get you a short-term monetary boost, but with the way you live, man, not going to dig you out of this hole. And none of the money you're getting right now is at all worth what the hell you're going to have to go through. Sorry, man. This public humiliation is not worth it. Redeem, tell a story. Here's a story. I almost died of septic shock yesterday. The end. There's your story. Hope it was a good story. No, it was a jolly one. What happened? I went over it earlier in the stream if you want to get the full story. Anyway, I thought that was funny. I want to see the comments. When you forget your sub to Milo, then I don't know where he posts. Plot twist: a fish swallowed the ring and a poor fisherman caught it. He finds his life will lose it, and he will lose his life for my sake. Will find it. I honestly can't work out if I'm being trolled or not. I'm literally loving every minute of it. Welcome back, Milo, your missed buddy. But when he thinks I could have sold and given the money to the homeless and poor. Yeah, again. Only Milo could have put I prayed and I've drunk an enormous amount of vodka in the same sentence. So he did it. He made us all confused. I can't move on with my life until I know whether he's serious or not. Milo has gone from Dolce & Gabbana to a lived-in hoodie, a Homeland Security cap bought at a truck stop. There is no way the boat owner didn't mark that spot in his GPS and call over his diver buddy. This is the redemption arc 2021 deserves. Redemption arc? I love that for these people, it's like, you know what? This is the redemption arc for Milo. Before, I didn't believe in Milo, but now that Milo's throwing all the other gays under the bus, after throwing other the Muslims under the bus, now I believe he's truly redeeming himself. This is the redemption arc. The redemption arc of Milo Yiannopoulos. I don't mean to pander, but your life is actually expiring. As an intimate object went plop, I immediately, outside observer, realized how devoid of value it was. Never look back. Thank you for sharing. They're talking about that very obviously fake sound effect?
But nothing beautiful or true. It is only for double, but... So.
Listen to this. Listen. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. They edited that in. They could have edited that in for effect, but that's not a real sound effect. There is somehow one brain cell that has survived enough in this person's head for them to be able to make this post. I don't know how it survived. It must have gone through multiple wipeout type courses at this point to continue its existence, but somehow they had enough brain cells to make this post. Did it sound like one more time? I think... Okay, we'll play it one more time. Just listen to this. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's... Jeez. Can't bring your material possessions with you into heaven. Best leave it there. No need to get attached. I'm proud of you, dear Milo. What else has he been up to?
The fact
My fans 500-pound life, full free episode.
that
This isn't an episode, okay? This is you and someone overweight sitting in a room together. I was like, you can't put full free episode if you don't even have a camera crew and all that's necessary for you to make highly good edited content. And instead, you have one person who is overweight, and you just ask them how sad their life is. Oh, and this is from censored TV. This is the type of... I thought censored TV had already like made its way into the trash can, the trash bin of history. Isn't that where that old like 13-year-old gamer Nazi girl like argued all that weird racist Lieutenant Corbus or whatever was also on there? Soph, whatever their name was. He's clickbaiting the title to confuse reality TV watchers. Not a bad idea.
Why I absolutely have to make a change because the decisions.
Well, I'm hearing platitudes like I have to make a change and all the rest of it. But do you think you deserve to die?
What? Ooh. Okay. I think that's enough Milo for today, okay? That is enough Milo Yiannopoulos for one day. I don't think I can do any more of Milo.